KCSN.
Okay, I'm in the middle of recording a podcast, Josh. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm sorry that I wasn't completely invested into the text message at the moment. I really don't want to argue with you over this. That's all I'm trying to say. Is that okay? I sent it to you. I just sent it to you.
This is good content. This is really good content.
Because I'm going on the road with him. He's like, send me a bio and a headshot. And I sent him the headshot and the bio, but he's like, the bio's too long. Just like, give me like 4 or 5 sentences. And I'm like, bro, like, here's the main points. Like, anything. He goes, it's not my job to write your bio. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. And I was like, okay, dude, I'm not going to argue here. And I just wrote it out for him. I was like, does that work? And then now he's... I can find somebody else. Like, what could be more important? I'm like, I'm in the middle of shit right now, dude.
That's what I was telling you, dude. If you had
we're going in a fucking
we'll put you on the Alarm website. You just be like, because that's where my bio lives and all that shit.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, buddy, your recordings and stuff.
Oh, we are?
Cool.
Well, I didn't know that. Alrighty then. Welcome to the ECLECTICAST. This is another episode.
That was it. You're done. Yeah, just wrap it up.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, this has been the ECLECTICAST, and it was great having you on.
That was so much fun.
Thanks for being here, man.
That was everything I wanted.
From Oceanside to be a part of this. But yeah, this is another episode. Today's guest is comedian Christian Allen.
Hello.
Thanks for coming, dude. Up top, you have some shows coming up. Did you want to plug your Instagram and your shows?
Yeah. I'm going to be doing Rift City on March 30th at the Whistle Stop, and I'm really excited for that one. Probably passed since the time this comes out, but yeah, I'm on Instagram at Christian Killer and Facebook just Christian Allen.
There we go.
ALAN.
I am doing the Troubadour on June 4th. I am going to be going out on the road. I'm going to be going to Iowa, Minnesota, and Arizona. So you can go to Beef Stroganoff on Instagram, and I will have the dates up there. So if you're out there somewhere, come check out one of the shows. It's not going to be as crabby as the beginning of this podcast, I promise. Anyway, speaking of people being crabby, we have a video up here on the screen. Something that happened last night at the Oscars.
You want to get into that?
Yeah, let's go to that. I'm feeling it.
Well, lead them in. What happened?
Well, comedians make jokes sometimes on live television in front of other people, and in this scenario, this really famous guy named Will Smith. I don't know if people are familiar. Yeah, he got offended by a joke that Chris Rock made during the Oscars, and then went up and slapped him in the face.
Easily,
like a bitch.
Yeah, easily the best heckle in the history of comedy. Yeah, let's see if I can't get it pushed up for you here. Oh, there it is.
Oh, look at there.
Yeah. We can look at that, or do you want to be small?
I'll be small.
You want to be small?
Yeah, let's be small.
Okay, let's be small.
Let's be as small as Will Smith was actually last night.
And this, I believe, is...
this is the Japanese version,
the Japanese
version.
It's already got 53 million views.
You'll see. It's great. Oh, there it is.
Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
It's on Wow Wow Live.
Wow, dude. Yeah. It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife.
G.I. Jane no joke だったんです.
I'm going to, okay? Okay. That was a greatest night in the history of television.
テレビ史上最高の
The greatest night.
To give a documentary out, to give an Oscar out.
He's so flustered.
Yeah. I would be too, though.
And it's funny because like that guy's been at the top of the game for how many years? How many times do you think he's been sidelined by all these left turns and now he's getting... Like, that's a new thing.
Yeah, but wasn't the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air any of those times? You know what I mean? It's like, it's fucking Will Smith smacking you in the fucking face. That's pretty...
Yeah.
Shit, I mean...
G.I.
G.I. Jane.
G.I. Jane. So fun.
I hope he uses that as like a credit. Like, sounds like
his next special is gonna have at least
Danger.
5 to 10 minutes on getting smacked.
GI のジョークだったんです。
no joker.
No joker. No
That's
joker.
fucking awesome, dude. That's so funny. And that's just from the
Yep.
old. That's
Around the world, people are
The slap heard around the world.
Yeah, dude, watching it.
beautiful,
Oh my God.
beautiful.
You think he feels embarrassed today? You think like he's like at home, like, damn it.
Not a bit. Not at all. Will Smith very comfortable.
Why do you sound like the guy that owned the slaves from Phantom Menace?
Well, Jada Pinkett. She looks so tantalizing.
You want to buy a bungo?
Yeah, I love the caricatures from like Phantom Menace, just how like flagrantly and overtly racist they were. Like,
Misa thinks we're gonna die.
yeah, and then
He's got it. I don't think this young lady. Who is this young lady in the background, just with the fucking best seat in the house?
I wonder if I
is that
Google it.
Erica Badu?
Fucking no!
Bro, you have to turn that into a
You know what this
soundbite.
is? You know what this is, dude? This is almost as good as the Christian Bale rant.
Oh
God, you guys. Oh, we should
I
bring.
haven't seen that.
You
What
haven't
is-
seen
no,
the Christian.
I haven't seen
bro.
the
classic.
woman sitting behind Will
Ooh,
Smith.
you know what? Family Guy had a great.
Oh, they had such a good.
oh,
such a good
here we
riff
go.
on
Yeah.
that.
Was it? It's yep. This is ladies and gentlemen, this is from Family Guy. We don't own this. Obviously, we're not Seth MacFarlane. This is just for content. If you want this taken down, let us know. We'll fucking do it. Don't be a cunt and sue us like fucking cunts. But this is just supposed to make you laugh. So lighten the fuck up, okay? Yeah, this is a Family Guy clip where Peter was on the set with Christian Bale. when things
because Christian Bale has this meltdown on set.
Well, let's watch that
And
one
it-
first, and then
No. So there is no visual of it. It was only recorded by the sound guy.
Oh, really?
So what happened basically is a lighting technician kept walking back and forth in the background, and Bale was like, "What the fuck, dude?" And he just goes off on this dude. It's so funny. So every Christian Bale line is accurate, but obviously the Peter Griffin lines are just him kind of inserting comedy. So,
Right.
Yeah. Fucking.
Set, you prick. Sorry. No, don't just be sorry. Think for one second.
I dropped a peanut M&M and it rolled over here.
Am I going to walk around and rip your lights down in the middle of a scene?
Those are Christmas lights. I put them up to make everyone happy.
Then why the are you walking right through? Da-da-da-da like this in the background. What the is it with you?
Well, you were going to owe a fortune to the swear jar.
You got any idea about, hey, it's distracting having somebody walking up behind Bryce in the middle of the scene? Give me a answer.
I don't get it.
What don't you get about it?
I don't get why we need another Terminator. I don't get it. By the way, sorry, I ate that last piece of pie that you were saving for yourself.
Oh, good for you. And how was it?
It was good.
I hope it was good because it's useless now, isn't it?
Well, it's nourishing me, so that's useful.
Shake, man, you're amateur.
I don't know that word.
Stay off the set, man. Right, let's go again.
Can we just take a minute?
Let's not take a minute. Let's go again.
I gotta go pee, and I want to walk around some more, but I want to do it while the scene's going.
You're unbelievable, man.
You know, I just don't understand.
You don't understand what it's like working with actors. That's what that is.
I don't think that's what that is.
That's what that is, man. I'm telling you.
Hey, my family's coming to town. Do you mind pretending that I'm the director?
I'm gonna kick the
He literally jumps at
for
him.
a second,
Please
all
don't
right?
hurt me, Mr. Bale.
I'm gonna go. You want me to go trash your lights?
No.
Do you want me to trash them?
No, I don't want you to trash him.
You do it one more time, and I ain't walking on this set if you're still hired.
Sorry, it's my first day.
I'm serious. You're a nice guy. You're a nice guy.
I don't feel like a nice guy.
But I don't cut it when you around like this on set.
Geez, you punch your mother with that mouth?
Seriously, man, you and me, we're unprofessional.
Wait, just professionally? Are you asking me out on a date?
Classic.
So that was on.
so
That was
sick.
on the set of Terminator then.
Yeah. 100%. 100.
Oh fuck, dude.
Yeah, man, it's good stuff.
brutal.
Oh, TMZ, what do
Hey,
they
he's
want?
treated me worse than that jerk Christian Bale did.
I want you off the fucking set.
I want you off the fucking set, you prick.
Wow. Yeah, that's just crazy. I mean, we were talking about it earlier, but like, yeah, just the whole world saw someone get physically assaulted at the Oscars and no one did shit about it. Not a single thing was done.
Why? Here's my question is, why the fuck, while they're handing out open palm slaps at the Oscars, why the fuck did Amy Schumer get a pass?
What
Did she slap someone?
No, why didn't anyone slap that bitch?
I forgot how much he hates.
Fuck Amy. I mean, 'cause she's just sitting. You notice, like at the end of the Oscars, I'll see if I can find the end of the Oscars. They were all wearing pajamas. Oscars pajamas.
Have you ever had a meltdown like that at work or something?
Like, no, not. I got close. I got real close. I got real close.
All these fucking.
Have you ever had a meltdown like that on stage?
No.
Oh, I only had one. Because I remember when I started comedy, there was this older comic that was just going off on an audience, and I was so new. I'm like, how can you do that, man? Every audience matters. Like, you need to be perfecting your craft. And then I had one that just got under my skin, and I just unloaded on them. Yeah. And then they stopped, and then they were listening, but I was so.
What did you say? Like, what happened that you?
Well, it was this table that just kept fucking talking like nonstop, and it was just too much to ignore. So I just like I very rarely yell, and I just like a switch just flicked, and I just like I felt all the heat rising in my body, and I was like, all right, what the fuck? Like I just started railing on them and just picking them apart, and then they were like, okay, and then they started listening, and then I forgot how to do stand up because they were like, all right, you got our attention, now we're ready for jokes, and I'm like, I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't even want to
anything.
do it.
Disrespectful. That's what this is. Disrespectful.
Wait, are they in fucking pajamas? What's happening?
All right, so they're at the end of the Oscars. They were in pajamas.
So that's Wanda Sykes.
That's Wanda Sykes,
and
Amy Schumer. God damn it,
Tiffany Haddish.
Yeah, and a hot bitch. And so,
okay.
So the thing is, though, it's like Amy Schumer looks so much like Miss fucking Piggy. That if they put her in those pink fucking pajamas, Jada Pinkett Smith would have slapped her. For sure. Like a general principle. Like, how dare you detract from my degenerative baldness disease with you looking like a goddamn heifer, you fat bitch cunt.
I'm so lost right now, but I love it.
I just like if Amy Schumer's face just started melting right now, and like similarly to Will Smith slapping Chris Rock, just no one did ever anything. We just laugh. Like how. Like what kind of world would that be like? That's what I want to know.
It'd still be the
same world.
Yeah.
I fucking hate Amy Schumer. Nope.
Well, I mean, there's still more. She's gonna be around. You know,
Garbage
there's plenty
person.
of time for her to get slapped at a.
Yeah, it's not too late. If anything, it's just a
human
beginning.
being. Lowest common denominator of female comedy is what I have to say about her. I don't like her.
What's your favorite female comic? Do you have a favorite?
Ooh, I really like Maria Bamford.
Maria Bamford.
Yeah, she's
rad.
awesome. Jesse Kierson.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's probably one of my favorites right now.
Total crusher.
Badass.
Total
yeah,
crusher.
She's a badass for sure.
Mm-hmm.
What are your favorite, like, I don't know, what's your Mount Rushmore? Like, who do you look up to
the most?
Yeah.
Well, for
Washington, Jefferson, Roosevelt. The other guy.
Geronimo.
Yeah.
The other guy.
Yeah, I mean, definitely Hicks and Kinnison were like top tier for me. That was like the high watermark. Like, that was like, oh, I didn't know you could do that.
See, those are both people that yell at people, though, because you say you never yell at people, but like those are both yellers.
Yeah, and you know what? That's something I'm kind of starting to learn about myself. Is that's all there. It's under the surface, and I'm just starting to figure out how to like merge the like light side and the shadow side together.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I feel like I'm overly courteous and I'm overly polite, and I'm too respectful of people's boundaries to a fault, and then there's just that simmering that's going on below the surface that needs to come out in the right channels.
Yeah, it needs to find its right way out.
Exactly. So
it can be really funny when you yell at people, you know, unless you're just, it's all hatred, you know, like pure.
Yeah. Well, see that's what I liked is they were able to walk that tightrope just like so eloquently, you know, to be able to just like flash that anger, to be able to, you know, have all these crazy moments, but still have it tethered to reality and to comedy and to like an actual trajectory. Like it wasn't just spiteful or mean, like it had a purpose. And that's, I think, what I identified with the most, because I was like, oh, these guys are coalescing those things together.
You should just start smacking bitches on stage, man. Let the light and dark come together. Look at how good Will Smith feels right there. That's how good you could feel.
Will Smith just smacked the shit out of him.
Right? Like you could feel like you just smacked the shit out of Will Smith.
I think Ron just wants to hit Amy Schumer really bad.
Yeah, it seems like it.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I remember I was
well, technically it's a crime, but yeah.
Not
would it be
not
a
if
crime
they're
since
not,
she's a woman?
No, because she's not a person like us.
That's Skinwalker.
God, I hate Amy Schumer.
I really wish Bill Hicks would have released. He did that hour with music scored to his stand-up. You ever hear about this? It was called Rant in E minor.
Oh, yeah.
And he was, but I don't think that ever saw the light of day.
No, I know he like recorded music with like just him and
his
a guitar.
brother. Yeah, him and his brother used to record music together.
Yeah. I remember one comic got hit with a chair at an open mic. That was kind of cool.
Really?
Yeah.
You were there?
Yeah.
Well, was that a fucking Sean McCaw?
Yeah.
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 Oh, Sean McCaw.
And Ryan Archuleta, right?
No. Another Mexican comic.
What did Sean do?
So this comic on stage, he's not around anymore. He was doing like these roast jokes or whatever, because that's what he liked doing. And so he started going after Sean McCaw, and it was mostly like comics in there anyways. And Sean McCaw goes like, better fucking not. And then this kid keeps like laying into him, and he's like, "Don't fucking talk to me like that.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth."
and then the comic on stage pauses for a minute, and then he keeps going, and then Sean McCaw just lifts a chair over his head, smacks like runs to the stage and smacks the comic over the head with the chair, and then he like winds up like he's about to start hitting him, and then 3 other comics are like pouncing on Sean trying to pull him back.
I would have crippled Sean McCaw if he ever came at me with a fucking chair.
Like it seemed like a joke at first. Like nobody thought it was real.
Yeah, for people at home who don't know, Sean McCaw is a 128-year-old man.
Yeah.
Who's always got casts on because he's always falling off his fucking motorcycle.
Yep.
The fact that guy could even lift a chair above his head is pretty impressive to me.
Yeah, it was a heavy chair. Like you heard the thunk, like right onto his shoulder. Like it was.
Hey, speaking of hearing thunks, man, do you still have that video of the park ride?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you want to?
Yeah, you want to watch a kid die?
Ron's on one today. I like this, dude. He's on fire right now.
Well, I get that Amy Schumer in my pantsies, and I get all antsies.
The only time I've ever been punched in my entire life was on stage. I was at the Rec Room. I was maybe like 2 years into comedy, and I had done this podcast where I don't know, one of the guys that got brought up who was a comic, I called his girlfriend a cunt on the podcast because she would come to the open mics and just sit in the back and talk shit on every single comic that went up. And she's like, I could probably do it better. I don't remember her name. That's how stupid she was. But fucking yeah. I was talking about it on stage about like what happened on the podcast, and he was in the audience, and he just came up and punched me straight in the chest. And it knocked all my wind out, and I almost started crying because I'd never been hit. But I was in front of like 30 people.
Yeah.
And I was just like, well, this is fucking embarrassing.
You try to finish the set?
No. I tried to catch my breath for a second, and then the manager of the club goes, dude, he's about to start crying. And then everyone laughed, and I was like, that's my time.
That's my time.
And I ran off stage because
I'd have fucking slit the manager's tires. Like leaving the club and being like, oh, fucking call me crying. Who's crying now?
He's a comic, and I worked there, so he was kind of my boss.
Well, hey, man, you know.
But I had it coming. I called a girl a cunt.
Yeah, they don't like that.
Yeah, don't make
she
fun
wasn't
of.
there, but on her behalf, he decided like I got to punch this guy in the fucking chest.
Well, to be fair, you just made fun of his balding wife and called her G.I. Jane. I mean, if there's any situation that deserves an open palm slap across the face, I guess we've been told that it's that.
Yeah, but a punch to the chest like that really knocks the wind out of you.
took the wind right out of your sails, huh?
Yeah,
Tipped your clock right over.
Yeah, I almost was like, I was very much like,
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I'd never been hit, and I was.
You know who else has never been hit? Chris Rock.
Oh, I love seeing it, dude.
Wow.
It really.
Will
the
Smith
mic being
just
on
smacked the
his
shit
lapel
out of me.
worked.
ウィル・スミスにやられました
Jenna no Joker.
The Japanese version is so much better.
Wow, dude. Yeah. It was a G.I. Jane jump.
I like how they're not even looking at Jade right now. Like,
G.I.
Dude, I like the white girl in the back that's smiling and trying not to look at Will
I
Smith.
love
I'm going to, okay?
She's like, just look ahead. I just sent it to
okay.
your messenger there, Ron.
what's
That was
I sent the video to the messenger.
Oh, okay.
Do you like theme parks? Are you a theme park guy? Do you like roller coasters?
I like theme parks. I wouldn't say I'm a theme park guy, but I like
Do you
them.
like roller coasters?
Yeah, I like roller
like
coasters.
the adrenaline junkie kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, well, me too. I'm a huge fan. Actually, what we're about to see here, this happened in a park in Brazil that I went to last time I was there, and they closed out a bunch of the rides because someone had died on one of them. And then the one that we were getting on, there was a guy doing maintenance to the ride. I was like, "Fuck, I'm out of here. Get the fuck out." I was
So
like,
this
"Hey,
just
bro, is it
straight
good?"
says
He's like, "Yeah,
Icon
you'll be fine."
Park
Crank,
free
crank, crank.
fall.
Like, get the fuck out of here.
free fall ride accent. So for people who
So-
don't know, like, yeah.
Rest in peace to this 14-year-old boy. But
Oh yeah, I'm sure that this is definitely something people don't want played on the internet. Let's watch.
the free fall.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, dude. Oh man. Oh God.
Oh, wait, Ron, let me show you. Let me send you the.
God.
I
Wait,
gotta.
That's a solid like 40-foot drop right there.
And
It's
it's
least.
high velocity impact.
Yeah, like they sped him up to fucking. Whoop.
I just sent you the video of a photo of the kid before they went up, and he's obviously not fucking strapped in.
Oh, that's right.
No.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you look at it, and he goes, "Yeah, someone fucked up real hard on this."
Oh, here you can listen to it too. Good God!
Christ.
Good Lord, man. Yeah. So
Thanks,
wow.
Galen Nash, for sending me that footage. I don't know where the fuck you get this stuff, dude, but stop sending it to me.
bro, yeah, he definitely just he came apart like a balloon.
But yeah, if you want to
there.
check that,
Wait, you got the
yeah,
this one. Oh,
yeah. Look, this is the
So
kid on
that's
the right.
him.
Dude,
yeah.
come on.
in
He's
the
not strapped in. There's no way.
like what sucks is like he's a bigger dude too, so they probably like someone went around and was like, yeah, he's good.
He's a big boy for 14. Look at that guy.
You think he felt it going up and he's just like, oh, no, 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 no,
Bro, somebody fucking killed that kid.
Oh, come on. Look at that clearance.
Bro, I'm sure
Oh my
Come
God.
on, no way.
Someone
No
was
way.
straight.
murdered him.
Someone killed that
dude.
kid.
With
Dude,
the,
like, you're
with the
getting
NASA
free-
Sure, the
shorts.
way, like when it started coming down at full velocity like that, I'm sure he lifted up out of the fucking chair.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And was like, I am.
100%.
I mean, that thing had to be off of him for him to like get out of the ride and fall.
yeah.
No,
So-
I mean, well, that's pretty awful.
Fuck.
And
Ah,
what we're
well.
doing is
Disrespectful.
just wildly disrespectful.
This
100%.
podcast has been nothing but
Disrespectful.
Yeah.
That's what this is. Disrespectful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So,
yeah.
do you guys want to watch Faces of Death or anything? Like, we can like take this down a notch. It's really, I mean, quit the Sheboygans. Yeah. What do you guys want to do? You guys want to look at wieners?
Is this a good time to cue in the music or?
No, the music's all done in post. So
okay.
later.
Yeah.
I did want to ask, like, are you San Diego? Were born and raised Oceanside?
No. I was born in New York, but it was like ages 0 to 3. Don't really remember much of it. So
okay.
bounced around the country, a bunch of different places, Philly, San Francisco. But most of my life grew up in like Palm Springs area,
Interesting.
Coachella Valley. So yeah,
Where did
mostly
the
in the
angst
desert.
come from? Because you're like a metal dude. You know what I mean? What's the?
Yeah, it's the perfect Venn diagram overlap of mommy issues and daddy issues.
Oh,
Love
yeah,
it.
me too.
Yeah,
It's a hot way to live.
yeah.
But you said one of the so like you started collecting records at a young age.
Well, it's just the absence of the parental structure, because the mother was a very manipulative, traditionalist, fundamentalist Christian. So therein lies the aberration towards. Yeah, straight up. My mom's like, I want you to never forget where you came from. I'm like, oh, I won't. I won't.
It was either that or Hebrewburg. So.
Yeah, I guess Christian's not that bad.
Jesus Christ.
You got that, huh? It's a slow burn.
Oh boy. So very fun. And your dad was not?
No, he kind of just played along because he's gone at work 12.
Whatever your mother says.
Yep. Yeah, his rules were just like stay in school, get good grades, stay out of trouble. So
were you a latchkey kid? Were you left a lot on your own as a kid? Were you like?
No, I had like a lot of structure. Like it was more of like what do they call it? A helicopter parent?
Oh,
is that what it is? Yeah. So it was always these like insane close quarters exposures where it's just me and my mom and then like nothing for a little. So it was kind of a little bit of both. Where I'd have my mom around for, certain windows where it was just like always on me all the time and then they'd be gone.
Like suffocating almost.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
You
Oh, 100%.
No space to breathe and figure out
100%.
who you are.
Exactly.
So then that made you rebellious in turn later on.
Mm-hmm. And then I found a genre that espoused all of the things that my mother stood for, and I was like, that one.
Metal?
That one. Hell yeah. Rock and roll heavy.
Yeah.
Just, flames, pitchchforks, demons, all that. I was like, that.
You didn't even dabble in folk rock or
he went straight to the
or spoken word poetry. Not even dabble.
Well, no, I started with like psychedelic rock, like oldies and Beatles and stuff like that.
Sure.
But then, once the AC/DC pipe kind of came through, that was the beginning of the end.
What was the first album you ever?
It was actually
bought?
it was on the first time I heard AC/DC was on my cousin's Walkman. He had like a mixtape with like System of a Down and all that stuff. And the first time I heard Hell's Bells, oh my God. It just like spine tingling, like hearing the way Brian Johnson sang, just like howling like that, screeching like that. I'd never heard anything like that before. And I knew it was when, I was like 8 years old, 9 years old. I knew it was like evil, but there was like an immediate attraction to it that really hasn't let go since.
Yeah.
You ever listen to Thunderstruck while riding your bikes? It's fucking badass, dude. You feel like just like a 12-year-old with the biggest dick on the planet. Thunder! Yeah, dude.
Yeah, there's definitely a certain way that kind of music makes you feel, and I think I needed that because I wasn't getting that anywhere else.
That was your outlet. That was the way you could listen to that and feel angry and pissed off and all that shit, but it was like a healthy way to do it.
It's like a fight song. Like you listen to AC/DC, specifically AC/DC, and like you feel like a fighter walk into the ring. Like you're just you're getting ready for it.
You got it.
Yeah. And then especially with the mom hating every single aspect of it, I was like, let's keep going. Like I remember my mom wouldn't let me have any albums that had the parental advisory stickers on them.
Love it.
So when I'd visit my family in France, I would always go to the record stores there and get all my music. So when she's thumbing through the CDs, she's like, all right, this one's fine, this one's fine, this one's fine. Like Appetite for Destruction.
Because the French wouldn't put it on their...
Well, because the PMRC is an American company.
Oh,
so it didn't go to the pressings overseas.
Ah.
So that's how I snuck in a lot of my music.
Smart, dude.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Yeah.
You have family in France?
All of my family in France, yeah.
All of your family's in France. That's interesting.
My dad's the youngest of 7. He's the only one who not only left like the zip code, but the city and the country and the continent.
Moved to New York?
Yeah. So he went from the region of Alsace, which is right on the border of France and Germany.
Great melting pot.
Yeah, to Paris, and then eventually Paris to the Caribbean, where he met my mom, and then from there to New York.
Yeah. Wow.
Dope.
So, yeah, he's definitely one of those like American dream kind of guys.
I think we were just talking about this the other day at the mic about how like Dee Snider showed up and like gave him the business.
Oh my God, Dee Snider rolling up.
Is there video of that on the internet?
Wow,
is there
hair teased? Oh yeah, there's definitely video of that. His hair teased out. No sleeves, ripped jeans. He's pulling his notes out of his back pocket like he's pulling out his homework. Unfolds it.
Doing what?
It.
Do you want to see his net worth? Dee Snider's net worth?
Do a Dee Snider PMRC.
Dee Snider
PMRC.
looks like he's worth about 7 million.
Wow. Dee Snider PMRC.
Yeah. D. Snyder PMRC because there was a big witch hunt against all things hard rock and heavy metal. And
Oh yeah, no, when he went to Congress, I fucking yeah, Tipper Gore. Oh, I totally remember all this.
I've never seen this.
I don't want to watch the. Do you want to watch the full speech? Is like 30 minutes.
No, just watch him roll in there with
the highlights. Yeah, just
an
idiot, just any footy.
Hey, watch this internet ad like a fucking loser. The bad guys, brought to you by Cheez-Its. We can edit all of this out in post.
To some parents in the 1980s, Dee Snider of Twisted Sister was the most dangerous guy on the planet. This was when
Sam
metal
Dunn,
its first organized
filmmaker.
attack.
And for some reason, Cyndi Lauper's on the Filthy 15.
What a dirty bitch.
Yeah.
Cyndi
because their
Lauper,
music
Uh-huh.
was deemed offensive by the Parents Music Resource
Yeah.
Center. Dee Snider
Yeah,
was
it's like
summoned
a
to testify
Headbanger's
before
Journey,
the US
something like that.
Congress to
Yeah.
defend his music and his livelihood.
Okay, just show us.
Yes.
Just fucking show it.
You
Okay,
gotta- you
he's
gotta
in a
see that.
shitty apartment. We get it. Why is he climbing a ladder? The studio isn't up there. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, you got to see the
A
courtroom.
pretty insane time for Twisted Sister. We were hearing bits and pieces about this Parents Music Resource Center and Tipper Gore, but not really
I'd fuck
registering
Tipper Gore.
because we were getting protests and
keep Al's
religious
name's
groups
white
that
She was
were on
like-
the show. So just another parent group that was putting Twisted Sister on a list of targets.
We have always talked about the positive aspects of the music industry, but of course, the highlight has been on the excesses that have been allowed to develop as we have tried to focus
Those
our
motherfucking
concern on those
excesses. It's the fucking excesses of fucking expletives. It's fucked up, man. You shouldn't fucking do that.
Hearing on censorship with the PMRC and wanted to know if I would come and speak. Now, my view of it when I heard it was they want me to carry the flag into.
Yeah, they basically wanted to just hang this guy out to dry, and they didn't bank on him being intellectual
badass.
and spitting venom.
Braveheart, baby. Braveheart wasn't even out, but that sort of mentality. Give me the fucking flag, man.
This
Let's
guy
go.
inspired
I
Braveheart.
knew that they were, like everybody else, grossly underestimated.
Yeah, look at this guy.
So
Look,
he
rolls
did
into
his
the
hair
courthouse.
up.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
He fucked. Look at this guy.
And they would bring
He
me in.
sharpened his
Oh,
dude.
no sleeves.
And I would
A
help their
censored
cause.
shirt.
It's so
They did not
badass.
know that I could construct a
Those
sentence,
giant earrings.
speak English fluently. And I'm there
Look,
in
he's
my cutoff
breaking his
gown,
own arm,
Look the way he
jerking
rolls
himself
in.
up.
Look at him rolling.
Boosh.
Look at that guy.
Hey, motherfucking Congress.
And my big hair. And I ain't getting dressed up for nobody. I'm a dirtbag and I'm proud.
Look at.
And I played.
this is unacceptable.
I mean, mentally,
you can
I've
see
set
them
these guys
tensing
to
up.
kill.
Yeah, take
I have
off the
got
sleeveless
my speech
vest. It's
They're
hot
ready
there.
to murder him.
It's
Look, he
hot
pulls
there.
it out of his back
For a
pocket.
few
He pulls his
weeks.
speech out of his
Home
back pocket.
till it's a freaking
That's
nuclear
sick.
weapon. Folded up like a gazillion times, like a bad kid bringing his homework to school. When I open it up and I'm flattening it out on the table, really deliberate. And they're going, "Oh man, this is a lamb being brought to the slaughter."
Then this happens.
Since I seem to be the only person addressing this committee today who has been a direct target of accusations from the presumably responsible PMRC, I would like to use this occasion to speak on a more personal note and show just how unfair the whole concept of lyrical interpretation and judgment can be, and how many times this can amount to little more than character assassination.
And I am just tearing apart everything that they've accused me of, disproving beyond a shadow of a doubt that everything they've accused me of has been wrong, false, and they are
That's a
scrambling,
badass
scrambling,
motherfucker right there,
scrambling.
dude.
Yep.
That's sick.
They were saying that Under the Blade was about sadomasochism and bondage. It was about my guitar player's throat operation.
It's not really a wild leap of the imagination to jump to the conclusion that that's about something other than surgery or hospitals, neither of which are mentioned in the song.
No, it's not a wild jump, and I think what I said in one part was that songs allow a person to put their own imagination, experiences, and dreams into the lyrics. People can interpret it many ways. Ms. Gore was looking for sadomasochism and bondage, and she found it. Someone looking for surgical references would have found it as well.
Yeah.
I said, I can't help it. Oh my God! He really jumped over the table.
Look at Al Gore. He's like, keep my wife's fucking name out of your mouth.
and it was no more violent than the Declaration of Independence.
The PMRC rated songs according to violence, the occult, sex, drugs, and alcohol.
So all music.
And although
pretty much everything
talk
good.
about throat operations and standing up for your rights, most metal songs deal with much more provocative themes. Themes
like fucking and doing drugs.
Yeah,
and
is like I wonder if like Cardi B, like wet ass pussy and all that shit.
I know, dude. Where's Tipper Gore right now?
Would you still fuck Tipper Gore now? Can we find a photo of her now?
Yeah, 100%. I'll do that. and to do like the best Al Gore, like keep my wife's name out your mouth.
Man, bear, pig.
My wife's name is not more important than the development of clean fossil fuels.
Yeah, but you can have a Cardi B because of everything that these guys did back in the 80s, you know.
100%.
There you go. So that's why they're not getting crucified and vilified. But dude, the thing is, like, every decade, there's always something different. Like, it used to be Elvis. You know, like, Elvis is going to destroy the country.
It's the devil's me. I know what you're saying.
Hips.
I know what you're saying when you say I want to hold your hand.
Yeah, you know who has hands? The devil. They use them for shaking.
But it's true, man.
Cocks.
They'd only show them from the waist up for a little while. You know, and then it was the Doors. There's like, oh, you can't say hi on television.
Yeah,
like,
they went out and said it deliberately.
And then you guys remember when they were burning Beatles records? Like, are you kidding me? They're like, because John Lennon said, well, a little bit more popular than Jesus.
Yeah,
a little bit more popular.
Yeah, blasphemy.
So yeah,
blasphemy.
So yeah, every decade it's always something new.
Grandma Tupper Gore. Oh, she's
right.
She's still fuckable.
All right, so that's what I'm trying to say, dog. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, all right, ladies and gentlemen, you at home, I'd be so into that. Like,
oh yeah, she can get it.
She looks like she's dripping with fossil fuels.
Little au jus on your roast beef sandwich there.
You know what? We should look up famous political figures' wives and rate them on scales of ability.
We got to start out with Barbara Bush.
Barbara, you read my fucking minds.
She looks
old Bar.
So
let me tell you what, my old Bar. She used to just she was a killer.
Okay.
Oh wow.
She like
Betty Hot's less hot. Yeah. Sister.
So to be clear, we are rating first ladies, and I just want to call attention to this age spot right here.
Jesus Christ,
that is my kink. So just so you know,
you're into that, huh? You like the varicose veins? Is that
man,
like?
varicose veins, varicose veins, varicose veins, varicose veins. All right, who's next? Let's go. Like, you know what? Ivanka Trump. Let's check that out.
Let's
see if we do it.
That's the daughter.
That's the daughter. Yeah.
Same fight. He still fucks her. Ivana. Yeah. I mean, that makes sense.
Dude, it is really weird when Trump would talk about fucking.
Oh, dude.
Ivanka like that.
Yeah, bro. Like, ooh, let's do this. Let's do Trump with a daughter, and let's just get that fucking image. Yeah, here we go. That looks comfortable. They look
around the
yeah, that's
Jesus Christ.
Listen, my name's Ron Ripley, and I know what physical and sexual chemistry looks like. And I'm looking at it at about 1245 by 700 pixels apace.
Desire.
That's desire.
Oh, little kisses.
Fuck.
Is she touching his chin on the one on the right?
Look at that.
Go up a second.
On the right?
Yeah, what is she?
Over there?
I thought she was like touching his chin. I was like, that's a very awkward.
Now it's funny too, because if you look at this video over here, it looks like he's looking at her tits for the first time. Yes, right? I like them.
Dude,
I
click
like
on
them.
that.
They're huge. They're huge. They're good
Click
proportions. They're good proportions. I'm really into this. Yes. Boy, they look like your mothers. I'm good.
He's a fucking Mike Myers character for sure, dude.
100%.
100%.
It's
100%.
It's a little known fact.
I would not be surprised if it came out later that like Mike Myers was playing Donald Trump during the whole presidency.
Austin Powers is completely inspired.
Dude, is he holding up a mask of his own fucking face?
Dude, that's a black person. Little oh shit, above. Okay. Dude, what? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I make you think that Donald Trump doesn't respect black people? I apologize. That's completely not true.
Lil Wayne, dude.
Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne.
Now, what if Lil Wayne was big?
Big Wayne?
Yeah.
What if he was Big Wayne? Big Wayne.
Oh, you know what? This is funny. It's just, you know, it's funny if you look up sad Ivanka pictures and just have them in the background. Just do your podcast. Leave this to me.
Yeah, now I can focus.
All right.
Yeah.
What do you guys want to talk about? You want big black cocks?
Yeah, can you bring us a big black pop?
Yeah, man. You got it, baby. Come on, man. What do you want?
You will do it. Yeah,
that's pretty egregious.
Wow.
Oh my god. That's pretty much where the eggplant emoji comes from, ladies and gentlemen.
Jesus, look at the goop coming out of the one
I
on
just
the
want
right.
to move that over. Hey, look, now it's in your ear wrap.
Squeezing it out like you're creamy pastries.
Okay, come on, guys. Come on, we gotta. All right, let's switch it up here.
Yeah,
do something funny.
Damn it, I don't.
I love it. This is great. I think this is going really well.
Yeah,
like 100%.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, yeah, D. Snyder.
D. Snyder, yeah, fighting for your rights.
Yeah,
hey,
speech.
D. Snyder made that big black cock possible. Like everything that we just did. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we're not gonna get sued.
Nope, not at all.
Nope, not gonna happen.
Yep.
We're doing something wrong.
I blame the schools.
The schools?
Yeah,
fuck schools.
That's funny though that you said. Sorry, I didn't mean to derail this, but it's funny that you said like your mom wouldn't let you have any albums with the parental advisory sticker on it, and that's pretty fun. Like that is like the call to like children, come buy this record with money you steal from your mom's wallet.
Yeah. Well, then that ended up happening is where bands would like take the PMRC sticker as like a badge of honor. They'd be like, oh yeah, no, leave it on. They're like,
100%.
We're brutal. Yeah,
yeah. They would use that to their advantage.
Yeah, yeah. It's weird that like censorship is. That was like our cancel culture back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
That was like the small.
That was as good as they got, and it never worked.
They were because people were smart.
Well, it's not because they were smart; it's because they were innocent. That's why cancel culture didn't work. You couldn't cancel D. Snyder because he was innocent. He didn't do anything wrong. He didn't break any laws. He didn't hurt anybody. He created art. And when someone tried to say that's not art, he said, "Fuck you, it is." That's way different than cancel culture. Like this guy said he hates Asian Negroes. Like, we can't have that. Like, well, he actually did say that. He's been quoted as saying that many times. You probably should. You can't say that, dude. You can't say that, Rafa Camargo. You can't say Asian Negroes, Rafa Camargo. Rafa Camargo, you can't say Asian Negro. Don't do that, Rafa Camargo.
Hey. Ron. Simmer down over there, right?
We're having fun. We're having fun.
It's a good time. Hey, no, I need the publicity. Let's say all the things. You know what I mean?
All right.
Should I call Josh Krebs back and have him yell at me on air?
Dust off my white guy hate jacket.
Yeah.
Seriously, what's your favorite ethnic slur? Go.
I'm a fan of WAP.
I like
really
Dago.
Dago?
Dago's funny.
Dago's fun, huh? Hey, Chris, what's your favorite racial slur? You're a white man.
Yeah, Chris, what's your favorite racial slur?
Sand is the first word.
Sand is the first word.
Yeah.
That's a pretty weak. You got a weak racist chin there, dude.
Fucking Guinea. This guy over here.
Fucking loser.
Yeah. Oh.
Every race matters, but none more so than the Daytona 500. Am I right? Am I right? Best, most important race on the planet.
Why are the guys not on camera making
What does that say about me?
You guys are great.
You're silent.
Yeah.
You're silent.
Yeah. Well,
I've never seen you get mad. Have I seen you get mad at the mics? Have you ever gotten mad at the mics at something or someone?
No.
You think you've seen it? I don't think.
Yeah,
no?
you think you've seen it, Chris?
The rage does well up.
Yeah.
What did he get mad at? What was he mad at? All right. But
Yeah, I just because I internalize it and I just brood.
Do you work out or something to like get all that shit out?
Like insane amounts, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And I think that helps. That helps because especially with like all that heavy music, you're able to just expunge a lot of that aggression. So by the time I get to the club, I'm usually pretty baseline.
Yeah, you're pretty docile. You're like, I already got out all the angst for today.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want some duct tape, dude?
Some duct tape?
Yeah, because you're looking ripped.
What's the craziest like mosh pit story that you have? You go to a lot of shows.
I killed a guy.
He's ripped. I don't know, dude. You could have fucking got into some altercations.
I tried to crowd surf this one chick and accidentally threw her to the moon. It's bad, bitch. Fucking, I'm so big.
He's so strong.
So strong.
Yeah, I pushed a kid out of a falling roller coaster.
Bring it back up.
There was one festival I was at where there was like this giant like 6'8" guy or whatever, and he was just like crushing people in the pit, and it was like some big outdoor festival, so it turns into the peanut pit where you have two separate pits and then they all kind of merge into each other.
Huh? Like the wall?
Yeah, so it kind of turns into like a figure eight thing. No, it turns
okay.
into like a figure eight thing where it's like this kind of amoeba of two pits conglomerating together, and then at the really big outdoor festivals sometimes you get like 3 or 4 with these tiny little donuts in the middle. Anyways, this guy is just like crushing posers like nobody's business, and I'm like, wow, like this guy is like the real deal. And then I found an article in like one of the heavy metal webzines that was like, oh, UFC fighter Josh Barnett in the pit for goat whore, and I'm like, oh,
goat whore.
Yeah, goat whore. Goat whore. Yeah, that one was. I've puked in pits before. Like people.
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah,
sick.
people. I was seeing this band from.
Kept moshing.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
because
brutal,
they wouldn't let me out. I was watching this band called Destruction from Germany at the Whiskey A Go Go.
Is it Destruction or is it Destruction from Germany? Because that would be pretty brutal too. Like,
we're Destruction from Germany. Yeah, you're like, dude. Oh. That's a given.
Has there ever been another time in history where Germany has absolutely destroyed something?
They tried in World War I.
They did try.
they made, they gave it the old college try. They gave it a.
lot of people said World War II is because they failed in World War I.
Dude, there's been times, like nobody would let me out of the pit, so I threw up. And then they still
let you out of the pit.
Yeah, like I try to get out, and they're like, "No, just keep pushing me, just keep pushing me, keep it going." And I'm like, I'm like, hey, I want to get out of here, and then just keep pushing, and then I threw up in the center of the pit,
that would
and
be
then
funny.
they still kept pushing me, and then they smelled it, and I'm like, and then they finally let me out. But I had to keep going a few more rotations before that rotten stench wafted to the nostrils of the headbangers.
What is this guy doing?
Oh, is he doing?
Oh, do you know some of these moves? Or do you? This is the Wall of Death. This is Lamb of God.
Oh, jeez.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's where they separate the fucking whole thing, and then they have them like charge at each other like it's battle.
Mm-hmm.
It's not one black guy in sight. Oh, good. Avenged 7.
Oh, these are just different people moshing at different.
Yeah, these are
bands?
just different mosh pits, I guess. I didn't like. All right, no one cares about.
Matt Shadows.
Is that who he is? Is that his name? Matt?
Yeah, that's his stage name, Matt Shadows.
Matt Shadow.
Yeah, he's from Huntington Beach.
Oh, that's cool, man. Look at that shit.
His house.
There's that one guy that's
always
like,
the one guy in the middle. There's always one guy
I'm
in the
not
middle.
gonna leave. I won't. I refuse. And is he dressed like a chicken
suit?
It looks like a chicken suit.
Oh, a chicken suit
or a
guy.
Pikachu
That's
or
sick.
something.
Yeah,
No,
those
that's definitely a
European
chicken suit.
Yeah, you see a Jesus at every European festival.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah.
People
there's
dress like Jesus to go to the metal concert. That's pretty sick.
What? That's
You see, you got like 3
look
going
at
at
this.
once. Yeah.
Look at this.
Oh, that's kind of groovy.
This is cool.
It's cool to see human
Look
beings
at
doing
that.
things in unison that doesn't result in genocide.
It's like a flock of birds, and they fly together, and they all know how to make the same right turn or left
Except
turn
for
at
that
the same
one
time.
dude dressed like a chicken. He's not having the easiest of time.
Well, I mean, look at him.
Well, you dress like a chicken, you're gonna get fucked with.
Yeah.
I just hope he's making chicken sounds in the mosh
What was
pit.
he wearing? A chicken suit? Well, then sounds like he was asking for.
Fucking keep my chicken suit out your mouth.
Yeah, those outdoor festivals are always the most fun because you have the most room to spread out. So the pits always get the biggest at the outdoor festivals. Because when you're inside, you're limited to the confines of the structure of the building. So when you're outdoors, you can just literally open up that
Let your
fucking
dick
pit.
hang.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey, Ron, will you see if there's any G.G. Allen mosh pit clips on
Yeah, man.
on YouTube?
Fucking, you know me. I'll look up any G.G. Allen penis.
Have you ever?
clips.
Do you know about G.G. Allen?
yeah,
Right?
I know about GG.
Would you go to one of those shows?
Oh,
Is that
100%.
something- Oh yeah, they're pretty
100%.
interesting looking.
Yeah.
The whole crowd just tries to beat up G.G. Allen.
Yeah,
pretty
and
much
yeah,
at
and
the
I'm gonna
end.
keep the music off so
Yeah.
like we don't get totally fucking.
Yeah, I don't
Oh
get it.
wait. Oh, I think it's just a photo, but
that's
so
not
yeah, we
good.
can. I mean, I'll show you that. Check
GG
this.
Alley.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any. Yeah,
yeah, that looks pretty.
Yeah, I mean, he
terrible.
was like smearing shit all over his face, and you know.
So he's like,
and he would just like sodomize himself, break glass over himself.
So he's like Mikey Gordon.
like
he's like a Mikey Gordon performance artist.
Yeah, but this guy had integrity.
Oh. This is a really big fade out.
Yeah.
On this guy.
He's a very interesting character.
Is he from Tulsa? Or
his name is Jesus.
Oh, that's
Jesus Christ. His
Jesus Christ.
like your family, you know, like your mom was like, I'm gonna name him
why is
Christian.
his name Gigi?
Yeah,
oh, that's dumb,
brother. Yeah.
So how is this guy different than Guar? That's what I want to know. Fucking, let's like ride the maggot and fucking talk about this.
Well,
this is real, and Guar is theatrical.
Yeah, Guar's like an act where he was just like this really fucked up individual who his idea of fun was to do these things in front of a live audience of people.
Yeah, just provoke the audience.
It's like I mean, it's art in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very like.
Yeah, and I mean, same thing with like Seth Putnam from Anal Cunt. He would just like throw chairs.
Never
at
heard
the
of
audience.
that guy.
Yeah, that one.
Anal Cunt.
Anal Cunt. Yeah.
Looking it up. No, that's a different website, Ron.
Just do the same thing. Yeah, he'd just like shoot dope on stage and just just like that, like super that hyper antagonistic thing, just to get like
very controversial.
But he would also do that to his own band. He'd do that to like the headliners that would go on after him. Like it was just always on stage and off stage all the time.
Did you? This may be a deep pull, but did you know that did you know that Ozzy Osbourne ate the head of a bat?
Jesus Christ, get it out. He ate the head off a bat? Yeah,
Did you,
he
Ron,
also snorted a line of ants on acid when he was touring with Motley Crue, apparently.
Ron, did you ever hear about the...
I hadn't heard that.
You ever hear about the Alice Cooper story with the chicken?
Who?
Yeah, Alice Cooper got a live chicken thrown on stage where he was somewhere in the Midwest, and there's so many props that Alice Cooper uses
he has a
on
act
stage.
For sure.
So he thought it was part of the show, and then so he started like ripping up the chicken and then throwing it back in the audience, and then the audience would rip it up more and then throw it back to Alice Cooper.
It was alive?
And it was a real live chicken that just got eviscerated between like the crowd and Alice.
Wow, I didn't know that.
And he didn't know. Yeah, he didn't know until he made headlines the next day where it's like musician dismembers farm animals. You know, it was like in all the local papers.
Wow.
Yeah, there might be footage of that one.
Did he pee on the Alamo the next day?
There's a band, I forget which band it was, but they fucking like sacrifice a sheep on stage and shit.
I don't know if they do that live, but I know a lot of Norwegian black metal bands will pinion sheep's heads and pigs' heads on stage. And
I'm pretty sure that like harming animals on stage is like a violation of international law.
You can't be doing it currently, but if it's already done, then you can brandish it.
Yeah, so it's like that's why they do like no animals were harmed during the raping of these animals. Like whatever.
Yeah, can you look up like Gorgoroth Live Poland or something like that?
Spell
Gorgoroth?
Gorgoroth, G-O-R, Goroth. Gorgoroth. It's kind of that one's phonetic.
Oh no, it's not.
Gorgoroth. That's phonetic.
Gorgoroth.
Yeah.
So what else? Gorgoroth what?
Poland.
Oh Jesus.
And I think that might be the Black Mass. But they have like live models that are naked on stage that are
that's hot.
Covered in blood and crucified, and they got like 20 sheep's heads lining the front of the stage.
Yeah, that's inappropriate. That's not.
Oh, there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me get this guy.
Wow, look at that.
Okay.
So you want to talk theatrics like these
let's
guys?
Do it. Let's talk theatrics.
What
Jesus Christ.
Is this like 2000, 2003?
Oh
This guy's brilliant. His hand. He has so many.
All right.
Well,
Gorgoroth.
Gorgoroth.
It is phonetic.
It's like second wave.
I'd like to take this opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, to like and subscribe to Alarm Red Media's content at alarmredmedia.com, as well as their Patreon page.
I'd also like to take a second to point out that everybody was fine with the ginormous black dicks. But then as soon as the creepy guys with the face paint come on, everyone's like, whoa, I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh.
I don't know about this.
I know.
Oh, yeah, 04. There you go.
Started to lose
easily
views.
fascinated by this as I am a big Black Hawk.
I mean, so Rob Zombie is in this band, or
no?
Is he drinking something or
He's singing?
Oh, can we? Do you think Golgoroth would mind if we did a little?
What?
Well, is that the Crow? Was that
Brandon
Lee? Is she nudist?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
how do they like? You can't.
No, they're paid models, and they
I know,
have
but
them
like
just
YouTube can't
post up.
flag us for this for naked ladies because we're pulling it off of YouTube.
Yeah, it's already on their
so
site.
it's already on YouTube.
All right, so we're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, in theory,
I mean,
'cause the way I feel is like when we're watching Star Wars on YouTube,
Right.
We're just watching YouTube.
Yeah,
That's business between YouTube and Disney at that point.
Yeah, they didn't flag us on our episode for putting Star Wars
Don't
into
bring
it.
that
because you were
up,
watching
you
it on
racist.
YouTube.
What?
Yeah, so you got skulls
Is the
on
name of the song "Proclaiming Satan"?
Procreating Satan.
Procreating
So
Satan.
Procreating
like
Satan.
fucking Satan or making more Satan.
Satan.
I can't. Hey,
You
we
can't
should-
make more Satan.
I can't wait to have the priest on Saturday.
Oh yeah, would you show him this one? Oh, I would love to have him weigh in on this.
So, Priest Aruzal, what do you think about these sticky licks?
Priest's name is David. David's gonna be on.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's very common with like Western European black metal is to have that sort of like
Motif,
blood
that-
and,
yeah.
So this is
barbarism.
very much like, dude. I'll bet you love Metalocalypse.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, the best part of that was
What's the name of that band?
Oh,
Death Clock.
Death Clock.
Oh yeah, last night I'm like cracking up in the back of this like new comic goes like, all right, well at least Death Clock's laughing.
Nice. That's a good nickname for you.
Oh, dude, that is a cool nickname for you. Christian Death Clock.
Dude, but yeah, I'm just such a fan of the theatrics
Jim
and
Brewer over here.
the lengths these guys go to for a performance. Like Watain from Sweden, they're another great one where they'll they'll bury their clothes with like carcasses
so
of dead
gnarly.
animals.
The crucified hot chicks are cool, but they should be getting like railed, like with like a vibrator or something from behind. I mean, if you're gonna be offensive,
You want to see the one with the fat chicks, the fat naked chicks?
Do I?
Yeah, do
that's the only
no,
thing
no,
I want to see.
No. So do
Wait, give us some sound on this just for a second, just to
That one
hear.
Oh yeah, blast beats, baby.
Yeah, it's pretty hard.
This song is about my dad. Not a lot of people know that. It's so loud.
All right, yeah, it's good.
Yeah, look for.
I'm sorry. Was it too loud for too long? Can you not take it?
Well, it's on one of my headphones. Like I only get it on one side, and it's like a lot for one ear.
Jiggle the fucking wire, you douche. Ah, well, it'll fix itself.
Can you
like everything else.
can you look up Carpathian Forest sadomasochistic?
I can look up everything you want
Yeah,
me to look up.
'cause
Dude, my browser history is
There it
fucking
is.
ruined.
Yeah.
So what do you want? What do you want to see?
Do Carpathian Forest.
Spell Carpathian.
CARPATHIAN. Yeah.
Carpathian. Okay.
Yeah.
Carpathian what?
Forest.
It's not mountains.
Nope. Forest.
Did you do spelling bees when you were a kid?
I did.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I bet you were really good at it.
I was really good
You
at it.
recite that really well.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
probably then there's only
And
one
then,
R in
and then,
forest because I'm an idiot.
And then sadomasochistic after that.
Of course. I mean, naturally.
Yeah.
Spell masochist.
Yeah.
That's fine.
And then there should be a live version of
Of
that.
course there is a live sadomasochism party in the old Carpathian Forest. Here it is. Look at that. 4 minutes
Is
and
that
12
one?
seconds.
Yeah,
Let's-
click that one.
Yeah, let's click that one. That's fine. There's no way anyone will be upset about this.
I hope this is the one with the naked chick. That's such a good hook.
That bass is fucking slapping.
Yeah,
Did that heal your ears a little bit?
Yeah, no, I fixed it. It's good. We're good.
Well, no, I mean, I just turned it down a little bit.
Oh no,
turn it up, baby.
No. Go back on YouTube. Search for it on YouTube. You got
This is officially the worst episode of Beavis and Butthead ever. Rules. D. Snyder rules. Twisted Sister. All right, what do we
do the same search.
Carpathian Forest with one R.
Yeah, but it's a hard R. Sadomasochistic live, yeah.
Sadomatic live?
Is that what it says?
It says that, yeah, that's what it says, Sadomatic live.
Sure, just try that.
Yeah, let's try that.
Let's try that. Yeah, do the top one.
Live in Poland?
Yeah, let's.
Oh,
here
yeah, do that one.
I hear Poland is pretty boring these days.
Oh, yeah, here you go.
Like they're doing this show over there in Poland right now for Ukrainian refugees. Like, hey, sorry about your situation. We're going to try to lighten
you all. Is that what it says?
Yeah, we're going to try to lighten the mood. Nothing brings up the energy. Yeah. Nothing brings up the energy in a refugee camp quite like the old Golgoroth.
Gorgoroth, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that's what I said.
It's got old fat grannies on stage.
That's so hot.
See, well, I get why this isn't like censored or anything because like it's pretty much just a fat dude. You know what I mean?
Fuck you all.
What?
Yeah,
it literally is written on the wall.
Yeah.
Fuck you all.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit more the comic side of it.
That's interesting.
Very very tongue in cheek.
Very.
Yeah.
Like almost demon burlesque.
Yeah.
That's
boom. Yeah. Let's.
That's a good way to put it.
I just want to see those cans up there. This totally
great song, great band, great song. They did a Cure cover that was fantastic.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I want to. Oh, dude. Which Metalocalypse episode was it where they get like the kid in the wheelchair and the fucking oh god, I haven't seen it in so long.
So long. I know which episode you're talking about.
They go flying, like they do a drug trip and they go flying through the sky and they're like singing to each other, but it's like really soft and gentle. But there's this one line me and my roommate used to listen to. We'd watch the episode time after time after time, and it's just like moo moo. It's just, I want to see if I can find it. I'll see if I can find it while you guys are talking because it's not my show.
Yeah, point being, those Norwegian bands don't fuck around.
They don't fuck around.
Yeah, and it's cool because it's
I just wonder what they're like off stage. Do you ever, like when they take the makeup off? Do they take the makeup
Look, man,
off,
we can get into that, but it's not going to be fun. It's not going to be fun. Don't ruin the
Oh.
Santa Claus magic that they created.
Oh, okay.
By like,
No, I don't want to step on your shit. I don't
no,
wanna...
you're not stepping on my shit. I'm just saying, like, yeah, dude, I can tell you, they're going to be normal guys off stage that do speed just like everybody else. But like,
You do speed?
I don't. But I'm not everybody
What's your
else.
favorite ethnic slur while you're doing speed?
Ice. That's not an ethnic slur. That's more of like a warning.
Yeah, but it's it's a genre that's been steeped in murder and arson, and I respect it for being as dangerous as it was for as long as it was.
Yeah,
really stirred the pot a lot more than pretty much anything else that came before it.
Yeah,
on such a global scale. Well, what was funny about all the church burnings is that people misinterpreted it as a satanic thing, and it wasn't.
Church burnings?
Church burnings, yeah. In the early 90s, a lot of these black metal bands would be burning down churches because that's just what they did.
I'm sorry, like actual churches where people congregated for our foul Lord.
Correct. Yeah.
They would burn them.
Correct.
Because they were metal bands.
Correct.
Yeah, I think that's inappropriate.
Yeah, it's
bullshit Norwegian religions were going on.
Yeah, it's
they set up churches there to be like, well, you guys are Catholics now, and they were like, no, fuck you.
And so they burnt like these super old ancient churches as a protest to the influence that Western influence was coming into their territory, and they were like Norwegian purists, like Nordic purists, like the old gods kind of thing, and
like
they
Vikings kind of shit.
Yeah, exactly. And then you have like monotheism coming into that, and they were just against that, but the media just took it out of context and was like, oh, these are satanic murders and stuff like that, and totally wasn't the case at all.
That's pretty cool though.
Yeah, it's something that's there's all
You
kinds
play
of
music.
I do.
What's
I
your weapon of choice?
I would say bass.
Bass?
Yeah. I play
But do you
guitar
play
for
it-
fun.
Okay, guitar for fun.
Guitar for fun, but yeah, I'm more comfortable on a bass.
You have a band, right? You do like
I have two bands.
You have two bands?
Yeah, the Misfits cover band and the Ramones cover band.
Yeah. So you love those? Like those are like big.
Yeah, they're like probably the biggest punk bands. Yeah.
So you like punk. You like playing punk music.
Oh, playing punk music for sure.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
yeah.
for sure.
You wouldn't want to play metal though. Or you just is it like a technical thing?
Yeah,
like
it's a technical thing. Yeah, dude.
I get it.
Yeah. It's like my skill hasn't caught up to my taste.
How often do you play with those bands?
We used to gig a lot more last year.
Well, yeah, COVID kind of.
Well, no. I mean, like 2021, we were getting gigs. We were getting, we were playing a lot more, and we're looking for a new drummer right now. So that kind of stunted things, but we're still getting.
So are the Foo Fighters.
But should did a rim shot on that one.
Yeah, man. I felt pretty good about that one.
Yeah.
You know who didn't? Dave Grohl.
He had to deal with 2 heroin addicts in his career. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sad.
Leave Taylor's name out of your fucking mouth.
Yeah, Dave Grohl would have slapped you right now if he'd heard that.
Open palm slap. Can't imagine your best friend dies and then the internet just.
It does suck though. They were
that.
just about to headline Lollapalooza in Brazil, dude, which is huge. And yeah, fucking that guy dies of opioids and antidepressants and alcohol and weed in his system.
Didn't I tell you about that joke, man? I used to have this joke about like the morning Dave Grohl like gets told about Kurt Cobain. You know, it's like bring bring. Yeah, hello, Kurt. No. We just had it. We got all these hotel rooms booked in Europe. Like, oh God, we can't. There's no refunds. Oh God, no. Yeah, because Courtney Love killed a guy. But no, there was.
Do you think that?
Now he's got to do it twice.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I've watched like 3 documentaries on it.
There's no way.
And even the private investigator that was assigned to that task was like,
he didn't
I don't think it was. Yeah.
So then, how is it still ruled a suicide? How is she?
Shotgun blast to the face.
You mean how are shady details overlooked in a police investigation?
Yeah.
How could something like that happen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
in this case specifically, though.
No, because there were a lot of eyes on it. So you would. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know, but it's just one of those things where it's like the.
Like, why cover it up? Is what I'm trying to say.
I think there's a missing person. I think.
What? Oh, you think there's a lone gunman?
No, I think that there's a missing link, and because I'm one of those kids that carved Kurt's name into my fucking arm when he died because I was a huge Nirvana fan.
Really?
I know a blisteringly stupid amount of information about Nirvana. One of the things I found most interesting details from the police report is that there was different brands of cigarettes because Kurt traditionally smoked Winston Lights.
Yeah.
And those were not the cigarettes that were, I mean, there were his, but there were others in the ashtray and scattered about the top of the garage that day. So Kurt had money, like he wouldn't buy an off-brand pack of cigarettes, and also the pack wasn't there. Butts were, the pack wasn't.
They didn't DNA test the butts?
Like you said, how details get overlooked.
Yeah.
You got a shotgun blast to the face. I mean,
yeah, but of course that's what convolutes everything was that it's a shotgun.
You can pull the trigger with your toe. But he did have 2 shoes on. It's wildly documented. It's very famous. It's like his
you
Converse.
can't do that with
Black's
you can't do that with
1 stars. We should do a serial podcast about the murder of Kurt Cobain's.
Maybe.
Because why? Frances Bean is pretty hot.
Jesus Christ! It's Spencer, right?
It's too strange to not acknowledge.
Yeah. It's like Bob Saget. Like something happened to Bob Saget.
He his head somehow.
Yeah, you don't get, but I mean, like a head wound hard enough that the coroner likens to that of a baseball bat. That's not like
and no one noticed. But what I mean?
No one noticed.
And
if he slipped in the shower and hit his head, like someone just hit you in the head with a baseball bat.
Well, they'd probably see some kind of thing in the like some kind of like blood or fucking. It would have some kind of.
It's weird, man.
Or that he cleaned it up.
Something very odd happened in there, and maybe it was one of those like craziest, randomest of chances. Maybe Courtney Love didn't kill a guy. But chances are, if it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, you can fuck it like a duck.
Probably Courtney Love.
Yeah, it's probably Courtney Love.
Yeah, those things get really. I don't know. Hendrix has there's a lot of weird details that go around some of these famous rock stars who fucking died.
Mm-hmm. Just kind of adds to the whole mysticism of the legacy.
Yeah, it's kind of almost like it's like that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Like that's like the biggest thing I feel for musicians is like what you were talking about, that mystery of but what are they really like?
Right.
You know what I mean? They only Led Zeppelin is the best example. They were so mysterious. No one really knew.
Yeah.
And there's always these like fabled stories and shit, but no one could verify if it was actually true or not. And it just created this like mysticism about the band.
Yeah, and I think especially with the internet, it's so hard to do that nowadays, which
You
is
can
why
just look it up.
Yeah, which is why I respect bands that are very secretive about their identities and their lifestyle, because they are trying to retain that mysticism that is just often fleeting. You know, I feel like we don't have that with because you're just like, oh, you can Google Dave Grohl and be like, oh yeah, that's the name of his dog and that's where he lives and that's his net worth. Like we just Googled D. Snyder's net worth. You know what I mean? That's just so readily available.
I had to read so many books to become the Nirvana fan I was at the age of 14. Like I was already a fan when I was like, 12 and 13 when the albums came out. But when he died, it was like, okay, there were 2 books written on Nirvana at the time. One, the principal being Come As You Are by Michael Azerrad. And that guy like lived with Kurt for like a year and a half. He was working for Rolling Stone and he wrote that book. And so he had like unprecedented access to him.
Maybe he killed him.
Not if you want another book.
That's
you don't do that. But no,
well, I mean, how many books have been written now that he's dead?
I think there's definitely, I don't know. I can look that up, but more than 2. I'm certainly, like as a kid, as a teenager, and that's the point is like Christian was saying, we didn't have the internet. Like I had to read it. I went and because I was poor, I stole every single magazine every single week from the library. I would just walk in, go to the magazines, grab them all, and just walk the fuck out until like the 4th week they wouldn't let me in.
Nice.
But that's how I got every single article. I couldn't just look up TMZ in my fucking cell phone.
And then you also got like word of mouth. Like people will just hear something from a roadie at one gig and they're like, yeah, Slayer, they sacrifice goats. And people are like, what? No way.
Yeah.
They're coming to your town. They're like, oh, Slayer, that's the band that sacrifices goats. It's like, no, they fucking don't. But like,
the power of rumor
there's
is a big deal.
Little aura that's emanating around that name,
I should just start starting rumors about myself to people.
Yeah.
Rafa Camargo is a racist.
That's not
no,
a
we
rumor.
said rumors.
I've heard a rumor that he's a racist. Is it true? Let's ask.
No, I'm not a racist.
Hear that? You heard it here first. Rafa Camargo is not a racist. Ladies and gentlemen.
People I do not like.
That are
Canadians?
Inherently tied to their race.
Especially Canadians.
You're like, I'm not saying I hate all Canadians, just all the people I hate happen to be Canadian.
Sometimes.
Hockey fuckers.
Yeah.
I do have hockey sticks. It's fine.
Can't see them.
One of them was from a New York Rangers training camp because I fucking love the Rangers. Go Rangers.
Did you go to the training camp?
No, I didn't, but somebody.
Can you ice skate?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You like
no,
ice-
well, I haven't been on skates in fucking years.
Can you ice skate?
I can ice skate. I used to rollerblade when I was a kid. I tried skateboarding. That didn't work because I could never figure out my stance if I should do regular or goofy.
Yeah.
And then I started like rollerblading. I'm like, oh, this is the fit. Right as it became
You're
uncool.
a rollerblade guy.
Yeah, rollerblade guy.
Okay.
So I'd be the only guy showing up to the skate park with rollerblades, and everybody was like BMX and skateboards.
Well, what do you think about the scooter kids now? Fucking
dude,
adult scooter. Professional scooter riders.
Yeah,
like,
rollerblades are bottom rung, dude. That's the bass player of like extreme sports. It's like bottom of the totem pole.
No, dude, scooters have to be lower. There's no fucking way.
Dude, you can do backflips in scooters and front flips in scooters.
You can do backflips on rollerblades?
Rollerbladers, dude. Rollerbladers are like the fucking birthday magicians of performance art in the skating world.
Yeah, that's about right.
That's how much respect they have.
Yeah,
It's
I would say
that.
I would say the scooter guys probably get more respect
Scooter
than
guys
the
get
bladers.
way more puss.
No way.
So much more puss.
What?
Than a rollerblader.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Like,
it sucks.
Apollo, oh no.
I feel bad.
Olympic ice skater
for rollerbladers.
Refuses to put on rollerblades.
You guys are definitely cooler than scooter kids.
No.
When was the last
Have
time?
you met a scooter kid?
Those guys are fucking cool. They always have
no.
Adderall.
They're probably pretty cool.
What, scooter kids?
Yeah, scooter kids. They're cool, man. They always have Adderall.
When was the last time you were on rollerblades?
Skates? Oh, teenage years.
Really?
Yeah, teenage
okay,
years.
so it's been a long time.
Oh, it's been a long time, yeah.
Ah, damn. That sucks.
Yeah, but it was fun, man. I enjoyed it.
Would you get back into it? Is that something you would get back into? If
I mean, I might.
Like a beer league, skate league?
Yeah, just some like recreational thing, like something to do for fun.
We could do like a comedy.
Lesbian
like, get a bunch
roller
of comics
derbies.
on rollerblades, dude.
Rollerblades,
Do
yeah.
like a rollerblade squad, like a gang or whatever.
Sounds exhilarating.
Just patrol
daytime comedy.
Patrol the boardwalk of PB and just
be a hidden
talk a bunch of shit.
Be a hidden Carlsbad, just a league of rollerbladers. Just obnoxious punk rock rollerbladers. Those are different, Lost Boys.
Just a big old boombox and some rollerblades, you know what I mean? With your boys.
Have the Brink soundtrack playing out of the boombox.
The Brink soundtrack.
What's the
Team
Brinks?
Pup and Suds, man.
What?
It was a Disney movie.
Yeah, a Disney Channel original movie.
That's a great fucking movie, man.
That was a great movie.
That was a really good movie.
Pup and Suds.
Yeah, a movie's called Brink.
Yeah, he gets sponsorship from a canine. Like, what are they like? Give them like the baths, the grooming.
Grooming?
Yeah. Yeah, it's such an ugly word nowadays.
Yeah.
Grooming?
As Ron is petting the dog.
You know, Dalia, you know, all the groomers out there. Yeah, go for it. You can use the restroom.
No.
Truly went right through me.
Don't do it. All right, well, let's take a break. We can take a little break.
A little smoke break. All right, we're back after the piss and cigarette break. Is there anything that you're really nerdy about other than music?
Star Wars.
Really?
Star Wars. Like, I got really big into the expanded universe.
Yeah, the canon.
Yeah. Because I played the video games when I was growing up in like the mid 2000s, and I just loved diving into the lore.
Yeah.
Like that same, because I have like a kind of encyclopedic knowledge with music and heavy metal and hard rock, and that same muscle in the brain was definitely getting flexed with like Star Wars.
What's your favorite movie?
Right now, Rogue One.
Rogue such a good fucking movie.
I would say right behind it would be Revenge of the Sith.
Pretty good one.
Yeah, I felt like they really worked out a lot of the kinks from the first two movies, and then it just jettisoned that third one into like greatness.
Yeah.
Like, to me, that was really exciting because I felt like they had a good balance of the practical effects and the special effects, and the story was perfect. Like how they wrapped everything up like that. It was just like, I remember watching that in theaters, just being gutted by that whole third act.
Yeah.
You know, because when Phantom Menace comes out in like 99, you know Anakin's going to turn into Darth Vader. You just don't know how it's going to happen.
Yeah, he pretty much wrote like a space opera where like he had two acts and he wanted to do the second act first and the first act second.
Mm-hmm.
And it was pretty interesting.
Yeah, I loved the way they built up the whole clone army.
Clone Wars was a great show too.
Clone Wars was an excellent show.
Rebels was awesome.
Didn't watch Rebels.
Dude, Rebels is really good. It
Yeah.
took me a little bit to get into it just because of like the animation itself is very it's very
right.
You know,
right.
It wasn't
because to me Clone Wars was all the 3D one was already like pretty.
Rebels is canon. It's really good, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a really good show. Yeah, Star Wars. When did you start getting into Star Wars? Like, was it as a kid?
I had a VHS tape of the special edition of A New Hope, and I threw that in the VHS player, and I was like, oh yes,
yeah.
That was like a pretty immediate, you know. And then as a kid, you already have that built-in fandom with all the toys and the merchandising.
Sure, yeah.
So it was a way you could kind of take your own ownership into that fandom.
First time I ever got grounded was because my stepbrother, because my mom got married when I was like 5, he had that Death Star where you open it up and it has all the figures
Does it turn
on the
into
inside.
Tatooine on the inside?
Ooh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, there's one where you take apart the Death Star and it for whatever reason it's Tatooine on the inside. But
interesting.
Yeah,
but no, it was like you open it up in the middle and it just had compartments for all the different figurines. It was from the it's like the first like batches shit that they put out, and my stepfather had started collecting these like, you know, when they first started coming out. So they were all unopened.
Oh.
Like collector's edition shit, you know, like mint condition. And it was kind of my stepbrother's like inheritance kind of shit. Like he knew one day he's going to be worth a lot of money.
Right.
So like just keep them. And they left me alone in the house, and I went into my stepbrother's room, and I went underneath his bed, and I found all the Star Wars toys, and I opened up every single fucking box. And I mean, when he got home and he saw me playing with all the toys, like the noise he made out of his fucking mouth was like a like dude, it was the bitchiest fucking noise. But like that, it was like right before Easter, and my mom was like, "You're grounded. You're not getting anything for Easter." It was like so.
Like, well, I already got everything I wanted.
But yeah,
here.
if I get to play with the toys, and like my stepbrother hated me for the rest of the duration of their marriage.
Dude, yeah, they had like you had The Death Star.
Well, it was a terrible thing you did.
Now looking back, I am very ashamed of myself. You know what I mean? Like I did. Yeah, I fucked up.
What
real
was
hard.
the sound that he made again?
Like it was like this high pitched shriek, just this like.
Yeah, we all make mistakes in the heat of passion.
Yeah,
Dude, I just saw it. And I was like, "What the fuck? Why is this asshole not playing with these?
Did
this dumb motherfucker? Why is it all still boxed up?"
Did you have a favorite Star Wars toy growing up?
Yeah, it was the Luke Skywalker with the green lightsaber.
Okay.
Yeah.
The action figure.
Return of the Jedi. It's my favorite. Fucking yeah. And
Yeah.
it was him with and he had the glove, the black glove. Yeah, it was fucking my favorite one.
There was a really cool one they did for the Phantom Menace where it was that probe droid that Darth Maul sends out.
Yeah.
And they had it on on a stand, and it would rotate and it would spit out these foam discs.
Huh.
And it came with like a small lightsaber, and you would try to like baseball bat deflect the discs.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. That's fucking cool.
It was so much fun. It was so much fun.
My 6th grade birthday party, it was right after Phantom Menace had come out, I believe. And I got the double wielded lightsaber, like the Darth Maul lightsaber, right? And I went to bed, and then I woke up, and all my friends who had spent the night, like, they woke up and broke all my toys before. So it was like karma for like what I did to my stepbrother. Like I woke up and I was like, I was like, no.
I remember having a Star Wars themed birthday party when I was however many years old, and it was so cool because we had all like the toy pod racers and stuff like that. So we did like our little like action figure pod racing races, and it was just we had like the Phantom Menace tablecloth and the party napkins and all that. And then I think at the end of it, we just handed everybody like pencils that had like the old battle droids on them before they did the super battle droids, just the tan ones, and they were just all these like cool wrapped pencils, and it was just like when you're a little kid, that's like the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, and it was cool going to the movies and then everyone dressed up. I've never seen anyone, you know what I mean? Like everyone was dressed like their favorite characters from the fucking movie. I still do that. When like The Force Awakens came out, I just turned 21, I think. Yeah, or I was turning 22, and I got like a Darth Vader onesie, and I dressed up, and I had like my lightsaber, and like I made like a hilt out of fucking shoelace and stuff.
Yeah.
And I went to see it by myself, and I showed up, and I was getting like popcorn and stuff. And the guy was like, "Oh yeah, you like joining your friends?" And I was like,
No.
He goes, you dressed up to come by yourself to this movie? And I was like, "Fuck yeah, I did, man. That's what you do, you know."
I remember one of the fond memories I have with my ex was, I think it was the Last Jedi premiere. We came to the theater. Well, there was a pre-party at this brewery in Mira Mesa called the Intergalactic Brewery.
Yeah.
And they were like one of those microbreweries, but they were super nerdy. So they have like, giant cardboard cutouts of Chewbacca, and then like the bar top was like this cool marbled astral cosmic thing. Like they were all into like Star Trek and nerd culture and stuff like that. So they had this pre-party for the Last Jedi premiere, and my ex and I walked in as a gender reversed Rey and Kylo Ren. So I was Rey, and I had like she like tied up my hair into like the triple buns.
That's cool, man.
And then she had like the Kylo Ren mask and the lightsaber. And I remember we go in, and she goes in first, and she just like is like surveying the bar, and everybody like in the bar turns around and looks at her. And then I come in about 30 seconds later and then wield my lightsaber. We had a full blown lightsaber fight in the middle of the bar.
Yeah.
Of course I won, because hello. And then we got like a standing ovation from everyone in the bar, and then we went to watch.
Strong.
Yeah. And then I remember we went to watch the movie like all dressed up, and it was like one of the funnest like Star Wars.
That's
memories.
a fun relationship. Like you could like have a lightsaber battle and then like fuck. You know what I mean? Like that's cool. I've never had a chick that's into Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got her into it. She yeah. Anyways, that's all the fond memories about her you're gonna get.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. It's a good one.
Yeah, but I can look back at that one. I was like, that was pretty. And I think later we did it for like Halloween one year, and everyone's like, oh, and I'm like, yeah, and it's like, yeah, that was a fun one, man. That was a really fun one.
Fuck yeah. Have you ever cosplayed some Star Wars before getting laid there, Ron?
No, not before.
Is your lady not into that? She's not
no, we don't bring our passions into the bedroom.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Aren't you supposed to bring your passion into the bedroom? What's going on?
No, man. We've definitely done like tons of Halloween cosplay stuff. Like we've done like Top Gun. I shit you not, man. She has an X-wing fighter.
Was she Goose or Maverick?
I forget. I think she's probably Iceman or something.
Great Balls of Fire.
Yeah. Of course, I had to be fucking Tom Cruise. But that was like, so when we did that year, when we did Top Gun that year, I went to the Comedy Store right after because it was Halloween, and I did the Halloween show. And that's where I did Bottom Gun, and that's like. So I took off I took off the flight suit and put on Daisy Dukes, and I was just running around in Tom Cruise's jacket, just being really gay. But denying it, and just being like very Tom Cruise, like, yeah, check this out, pow! Just really, just super high energy in everybody's face. Cameron Frost fucking hated it because I poured Skittles all over the stage, and Frost was like, "What the fuck?" He went right up. I've got a video of it somewhere. I'll find it someday.
Are you a Halloween guy? Do you like?
I like Halloween. Yeah, I like Halloween. I don't know, man. I have this kind of weird thing where it's like I'm into the holidays, but only as much as the people around me are. So like this past Halloween, I didn't get really into it because the people that I were living with weren't super into it. But it was like when I was with my ex, she was like a scare actor, so she got like really into it. So then we the first time I watched the movie Halloween was in theaters at the old Ken Cinema. It was like a single theater like room where they would just
play classics and stuff.
Yeah, and they would do like midnight movies and then like the Sunday matinees. And I remember I think they timed it perfectly because it was like we watched Halloween in October, so when you leave the theater, it feels like very like the
the same ambiance as the film.
Exactly. Yeah. I've had a lot of good memories in that movie theater. Specifically, like first time I saw Pee-wee's Big Adventure, oh my god!
Was it in the movie theater?
It was in that theater, yeah, and just howling.
Did you see his penis?
Pee-wee's penis? Did I see?
I believe that question was directed towards you. Yes.
No, I did not see Pee-wee's penis.
Is that in the movie? I don't remember that movie.
Boys, Paul Rubin, Pee Wee Herman. He got caught masturbating in a theater.
Yeah. And he was not at the theater.
He was not.
It was
showing his penis.
It was the kind of theater where they would do screenings of The Room. Do you know about that?
Mm-hmm. The Room. Oh,
the movie The Room.
Yeah,
but do you know about like the
room, right?
Yeah, but do you know about like the crowd interactions they would have? Okay, so that movie obviously was so cheaply built. They had the stock photos on the set were never switched out, so they're just like pictures of spoons that they're like, you rent the set and you put in your own photos. They didn't put in their own photos. So you'll find scenes in the movie that have frames, like framed photos of spoons. And what these people do is they will bring like tons and tons of plastic spoons with them to the theater. And anytime there's a shot of a spoon on the screen, everybody screams, "Spoon!" and then throws the spoons like as far up as they can.
Wow,
and then eventually when you run out of spoons, you just scoop up the spoons that are on the bottom of the seats, and it looks like salmon being birthed in a river, where all these rows, and it's just so much yelling. And like during that football scene, that like famous football scene, you'll have people run out into the aisles and like throw footballs back and forth.
Wow.
Like it's a super
it's a bring your own prop kind of thing.
Yeah. And at one of the screenings they had Tommy Wiseau at the thing. And we could like I bought his underwear. Like you could meet him. He would take pictures. He has his own underwear. They ran an ad for the underwear before the movie.
Of course.
He was I think he was there to plug a new movie called like Big Shark or something like that.
How about I send you a hobo's dick cheese?
Yeah, I mean you could do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he sat in the theater like watching his own trailer.
Right.
And then he's like, "Hey, does that look pretty good or what?" And everyone's
pretty
like,
cool, huh?
Yeah, man.
Driving me
Is he
crazy.
as weird in person?
Oh,
As
100%, 100%. Like I showed up there with like my leather vest and my bullet belt, and he had like 3 belts on. He goes, "I like your belt," and I'm like, "I like your belt, sir."
That's a shtick for sure. That's like fucking Gallagher and his mallets.
Yeah, but you can tell he's definitely on a different plane for sure.
Oh, for
Yeah.
Like it's not a character even. It's like this guy's really on a different.
Weird. Huh?
Well, that whole thing sounds like Rocky
Different
Horror
orbit.
Picture Show. Did you ever fuck with that?
Oh yeah, I like that movie.
Yeah, because I worked at the Italian restaurant that was right next to that cinema. So when I'd be like closing up the patio and like racking all the heaters and the tables together, there'd just be a long line of people dressed up in like bondage and makeup and stuff like that. But I never did the Rocky Horror Picture. But it's the same concept. It's the same idea.
Yeah, there he is. What's that guy's name? He was in fucking.
It's Tim Curry,
Tim
the man,
Curry.
the myth.
I loved him in Home Alone.
Transvestite.
He was great in Home Alone.
Transsexual.
Transylvania.
You guys know the names of the characters to the left and the right?
No, I don't remember this movie as much.
On the left, her name is Magenta. And to the right, his name is Riffraff.
Dude,
Ooh,
there's so many big movies I haven't seen.
Like what?
Like Top Gun or Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Really?
And you know what? I stopped telling people because everybody has the same reaction. They're always like, what? Like I just desecrated like a photo of their family, or I pissed in an urn. People are just, I can't believe you. And it's like, but I've watched so many weird and obscure and strange movies that no one.
Yeah.
And I think they're amazing. But I would.
What's your favorite obscure thing?
Oh man, there was the first thing I thought of was there's this really cool Danish crime drama called Department Q, and it's like this super bleak, heralding, like gripping thriller suspense crime drama, but like, nobody would know about it, and I think it's amazing. But I would also never be surprised that nobody saw it.
Why do you find it to be amazing? What about it is like enticing to you?
I just find that the narrative is structured a lot differently than what I see in Western movies. So everything that I've seen in Western movies follows a very similar format. And what I like about these European movies and these Korean movies and even some of these Indian movies is it's just so sideways. It's so all over the place.
Huh.
And I really enjoy that. Like Korean horror and Korean crime drama is insane. France has the best horror movies, bar none.
Really?
Bar none. Because like what I like about them is oftentimes it'll start as one thing and then it completely devolves into something complete. Like one of my favorite
like a lot of misdirection kind of stuff?
Yeah. So one of my favorite Korean crime dramas, crime thrillers, whatever you want to call it, is called I Saw the Devil. And it's basically like it's like a cat and mouse crime thriller, but you find out who the protagonist finds out who the killer is in the first act.
Yeah.
So you're like, okay, well, the whole point of like crime dramas and mysteries and stuff like that is figure out who the killer is. That's the big reveal, right?
Uh-huh.
But they figure that out in the first like 15 minutes of the movie. So you're like, where do we go from here? And it just opens up so much room for all these different scenarios to come into it, where it just you keep guessing because you're like, you're only trained and accustomed to look at things a certain way. So now when they give that to you in the first bit of it, you're like, all right, so now what? And you're just immediately hooked and on board with it.
That's fun. I gotta watch some of those. Send me a list of.
Yeah, if you don't mind movies with subtitles, because that's the problem is most people don't.
No, I can read. It's cool.
Yeah,
I got it.
Like, oh, I want to read a movie. I'm like, well, you're missing out on a lot of.
I play subtitles on everything that I watch.
Editing note: this should all be in subtitles right now.
2 hours of subtitles.
No, just from where he says subtitles.
Oh, okay.
Everything after that, just Japanese subtitles.
Like if you're okay with things in subtitles, and then it just starts with subtitles.
Well, I do have to get to work after this, so I think we should wrap it up. Is there anything you want to close on? Anything you want to say to anyone who's watching this?
No, man. I mean, I had fun.
Yeah, I
had fun.
Too.
This
Thanks
was cool.
for coming. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, I got that show on Wednesday, and that's about it for now.
It's this upcoming Wednesday?
Yeah, in a couple of days Wednesday. But that's pretty much it for now. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Yeah.
But yeah,
we'll have you back on.
Cool. I would love to do this again.
Promote other things.
Yes, I would love to promote other things when I'm allowed to promote them.
Yeah, that'll be fun when we do it. Ron, you got any? You want to direct it to your alarm media?
Everyone always fucks it. It's literally right up there.
Alarm Red Media.
Yeah,
would you like to?
Fuck yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this and other content brought to you on alarmredmedia.com. Check out our Patreon page. Check out the YouTube channel. You can find us and like us on all of our platforms. And don't be afraid.